Hello, my name is Leone and I work for the East Hertfordshire Family Centre Service. I work as a perinatal and under ones worker, so I work with you in the third trimester of your pregnancy until baby is a year old. We offer lots of courses for you from prenatal to postnatal. We have lovely talking parent and babyhood classes that start at prenatal and then go on to postnatal as well, and various other things. You will hear lots and lots about us. So today I'm talking about transitioning to parenthood. Now you may already just be pregnant or you may already have had baby, whatever. You're influencing your baby all the time from the moment baby was conceived to now when baby's in your arms. A child's experience in early life and in the womb lay the foundations for their life. So what we do and how we are really plays a hugely important part for them. If baby is still in your tummy, talk to your baby, touch baby, think about your baby, think about what they might look like, what features they might inherit from you or your partner or from parents, grandparents. It's very interesting just to visualise because you're making a connection with baby and they feel that inside. Talk to baby, they hear your voice, touch baby, they feel your touch. Dad also touch baby's mummy's tummy because baby will respond to that touch. The touch is different from each parent and baby will recognise that. Babies recognise mother's voice, obviously, more so because they are inside your body and will feel the vibrations and hear your voice more clearly. And if you have a particular accent, etc., baby will be born with that particular accent. So their hearing is quite acute and they're mapping the sound of your voice and your words even before they're born. Dads, you play a very important part, so touch mummy's tummy, communicate with baby. They will hear your voice, albeit slightly muffled. If there are siblings, the same thing. Involve the whole family. It's really important for baby to feel listened to and to know that they are being cared for and loved. We give very positive hormones, release positive hormones when we are talking to our baby or thinking about things in a very nice way. So that will reduce any kind of stress hormones that we have. Cortisol is the stress hormone. And the more you think about nice things, etc., and do things that help you relax, the less that cortisol build-up will happen and you'll release lovely, relaxing oxytocin hormones, feel-good hormones. You are the most important influence in your baby's life for their emotional well-being and their development. So what you do really is key. Now you may be a bit stressed and that's fine. Stress is great. Stress actually spurs us on and makes us do things, gets us active and doing things. But too much stress is not good for us. So bear that in mind. If you're really feeling stressed, do something that helps you relax, helps you feel better, whether that's going for a walk, turning on the telly, making a cup of tea, listening to some music, doing some yoga, going for a swim, whatever that is. Now this is equally as important when you're pregnant and when baby is born too, because babies pick up on those emotions. So if you're stressed, they will pick up on that stress from you when you're holding them. If you can't de-escalate yourself and feel better, give baby to somebody else. 9 times out of 10 they'll stop, if they're crying, they'll stop crying because that other person isn't in the moment that you're in and will be have a different smell, different heartbeat, etc. So that's that's very useful to understand and to be aware of. Providing love and consistency and constancy and reliable things are key. Baby's brain is developing all the time. From baby's birth until they're a year old, it doubles in size. So our input is very important. They're born with nearly all the brain cells in place, but they need us to help them to connect them. Think of it as being like a London Underground network where all the traps are laid and you have to find ways of connecting those different areas, otherwise people wouldn't go nowhere. There'd be no communication, there'd be no end point or beginning point. So that's what we're doing with the brain. All these little neurons are kind of like in the air. We need to connect those neural pathways, which we do naturally in a way. But the more we do things and the more we repeat with them, the more babies understand and will actually feel listened to and cared for and able to communicate back to you. So repetition really is key as well. Now babies thrive on feeling secure, so create a secure environment as you can for baby. When baby's in your arms, talk to baby, have good eye contact. Their eye acuity, the visual acuity isn't great when they're born. It's very, very fuzzy. We will show you a little information card on that for you to understand what that means. So we hold baby very close when they're born, and we talk very closely with big wide eyes and big mouth movements, etc., because that's how they can focus and listen to us and feel secure. As they develop, that vision will begin to develop and to become more precise, and they'll understand colour more, they'll understand depth more, and be able to see perspective, etc. But that takes a long, long time, so bear that in mind. We do lots of reading in preparation for babies. We prepare, we think, I know what to do, I'll buy all this equipment, etc. That's fine. Get what you need, don't overdo it, because companies are always pushing you to buy this product and that product. A lot of them aren't really necessary. You need a nice place for baby a safe place for baby to sleep. You need a pram, you may want a carrier of some sort for them, so you can strap them to you and carry baby close to your body. Obviously you need feeding materials, etc. too. But don't go crazy, because babies need very little. They need you mostly at the beginning. You may, ask other people for advice. Advice is great, but in practice sometimes it doesn't work for you. So just ask people, what did they do? Did that work for you? Great, I'll try that. It's a bit of a trial and error, and you may be given a piece of advice. You might think, I'll certainly not be doing that. That's okay. And you may have people saying, don't carry baby too much because that's not good for them. Well, no. Baby's brain is working in a very primitive level for quite a long time when they're born, and they need that emotional security and that comfort of knowing that they are safe with somebody. So if a baby cries, pick them up and cuddle them. Do whatever you need to help console them and make them feel better. That's very important. So don't listen to those people saying, you're making a rod for your own back, carrying that baby around, No, not at all. Babies need that comfort and that reassurance. Now, there are various cultural traditions and practices, of course, which may influence the way that you do things, and that is absolutely, what you must do. And there's different involvement with partners as well. So basically, you do what you feel is right for you and your family. You know your baby best, and you will always know your baby best. So, sometimes if you're not comfortable with something, question it. Question if it's a professional who's talking to you and telling you something. Do question if you're not sure about something, get them to clarify. You'll get lots of support from professionals and from people like us at the Family Centre. We are here to help you with helping to feed baby, etc. If you're choosing to breastfeed baby, or if you are bottle feeding baby, we can give you support and advice with all these things. Bear in mind that breastfeeding isn't natural for everybody. Sometimes it's quite tricky, and that's quite normal and quite frequent for people. So come to us, ask for advice. Your midwife will give you advice on that too. Latch is key for baby, and we will do what we can to help you and show you different ways of achieving a successful feed. Bottle feeding, you have the same things. You have very close contact with baby, hug baby, hold them close to you, good eye contact. Same as it is for breastfeeding, but yes, we can help you with lots and lots of things there. We're also constantly under pressure to do things in a very natural way. Well, sometimes it doesn't work out that way, because life has challenges for us, and don't feel pressured that, oh, my friends are doing this and I can't do that, and I can't get my baby to sleep through the night. Babies don't sleep through the night at the beginning, not for a long, long time, because they're constantly needing food. Their tummies are tiny when they're born, and it develops very quickly throughout the first 10 days of life. So if you think, I'm not producing enough milk, or that's hardly any milk they've drunk from this bottle, that's okay, that's fine. I will show you when baby is born, that is the size of baby's tummy. So that's tiny, so don't worry about not having very much milk there. When baby's 3 days old, that's the size of baby's tummy. And when baby is 10 days old, you see the rapid development. It's grown to that. So from day 1 to day 10, huge. So there you go. But that means there's frequent filling and emptying. So your life is very, very busy at the beginning. And don't forget, even when baby is more established in their sleeping eating pattern, they are still establishing their own circadian sleep pattern. They've been following you as when they've been inside your tummy. They've been following you as for the whole pregnancy. So they've got to work out their own. So that takes a bit of trial and error for them as well, and practice for them to fall into their own pattern. Then things like teething come into play, which upset everything again. So there's a whole lot of challenges ahead, but don't worry. But the most important thing I can say is to talk to people and share. Don't bottle things up. Being a parent is really hard work, especially at the beginning. It is lovely, but it's exhausting, and you'll be walking around in a sleepy stupor for quite some time, and that's quite normal. But do share. If you're feeling low, if you're feeling I can't cope, share with people, talk to other people, talk to other mothers, etc., because you're not alone. You'd be surprised at how many people are not doing too well, and that is, there are people there to help. We can help you at the family centres, your health visitor can help you, and your midwife can help you. So really don't feel alone, and don't feel embarrassed about asking for help, because it is a hard job. Take all the help that you can get from anybody, and get as much rest as you can as well. Really, really important. They say when baby sleeps, sleep. I didn't do that. Big mistake. If I could wind back time, I would do that. I'd go back and I'd have a good old nodding sleep when my baby was sleeping, because the housework can wait. There's a lovely poem that I sometimes read in my groups about babies don't keep, and that's true. The babies, you see the size of that tummy, how quickly it grows. Well, the brain's doing the same thing, and before you know it, they'll be going to school. And where's all that time gone? If you're so busy trying to keep up with the housework, etc., Groundhog Day, that's there tomorrow, the day after that, so it doesn't matter. Just leave that and enjoy your baby and enjoy your relationship as a family. So I hope that's been a help to you, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the family centres, and we are starting lots of groups at the family centres, and as things return to normal again, then we'll welcome you there. And we have self-way clinics, so you can come along when baby's born from 16 weeks onwards, and we can meet you there anyway. Perinatal workers like me are at every family centre to welcome you and give you some advice or guidance for things that you may need help with. Okay, but don't be shy. Come and talk to us. You can email us, you can call us, etc., and we will help in any way we can. Thank you.